I'm sorry if the audio was bad. I can't get any of my mics to work properly, so we'll see how we go. Now I live right by a road, so there will be a lot of cars, people talking, and all that good stuff, but I hope it won't interfere too much or be too annoying. But I'm just going to go ahead with this live and see what happens. I forgot to turn my laptop on for this drawing. If it'll turn on. It's not turning on. Oh, hold on, there we go. Because it obviously I need to see what I'm doing. Hope the lighting isn't too bad for you guys. But yeah, well, while the laptop is loading up there and it takes its time, you can kind of might hear it rattling there. It's old, but I just got it for the pictures and for the bit of writing that I do. Oh, it's loaded up faster than I expected. So anyone who wants to ask questions, please go ahead and do so. Oh, sorry, I just need to... I'm a bit prepared than usual. At least I'm not having you rattling all over the place. I just forgot to put my picture up here on my laptop. I think I said there's no talking in this. I can't remember, but I won't waffle the head off you too much unless you want me to. And I need a smaller pen, so I have them here. We see, we might get some drawing in for an hour. It'll be nice. I'm looking forward to drawing the horns. This is a mountain sheep. Okay, we're getting there. Can I zoom in? Can you see? If I don't wreck it now, zoom in a bit so you can see a bit more of what I'm doing. There you go. Much better. There you go. Where's my picture? I hope my dog doesn't start barking now, make a load of noise. Apologies if she does. So beware of your ears if I start shouting at the dog. There we go. Coco, Coco, shh, 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 no. She wants to play with the noisy bottle. Start getting this section done. Nice gentle strokes. Keep them as even as possible, but not going all in the same direction, because that is not natural. It'll make your drawing very stiff. Go, 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 go. Hush. Good girl. Now she wants to play. But she has to play when I'm trying to make a video. Silly puppy. Okay. Looking out for the lightest colors, or sorry, the lightest shades. Keep the lights lights and the darks darks. And that's how we get our contrast. Keep them constant checks on their photo that you are using. My picture is still trying to load. There we go, at long last. Perfect, I see it now. I'd rather not guess in case I make a mistake. If anybody is working on a project of their own, whatever the medium, let me know. I'd like to see what you're all up to. Okay. We're going around this. There's a bone here in the jaw. And this is more of the cheek here. Hi, Lucas. Thanks for joining. Nice to see you here. I'm not used to these lives. I'm quite introverted. So I don't know how much to say, talk or should I talk? I can't even remember what my I wrote in the description. Was it or the title, should I say? Was it no talking or? Oops. I'll talk gently. I won't talk too loud. Okay, we're following the jawline here. Again, it's not perfectly straight, but it's in a little while it's going to blend in with the cheekbone there. What are you drawing? I am drawing, let me zoom out. It is a mountain sheep, a male ram. There you go. You can see it properly there. I can't wait to get into doing all the details in the horns here. It's going to be so fun. That's a male mountain goat. Actually, if I'll pull over I got this, I think it's off Pixabay. I'll actually show you. I'll pull there we go. So it's probably not the best color, and there's probably a shine. But that's what I'm drawing there. I had this on my laptop for a while, and it looked obviously quite difficult. There's so much detail into it, but I can't get better if I don't push myself. Sorry, I'll zoom you back in again. So I need to push myself, believe that I can do it, trust the process. If you're working on anything, let me know what you're working on. I'd like to, even if it's acrylics or watercolor or oils, pastels. I love seeing other people's artwork when I'm out and about. I have a neighbor actually that's up the road from me. He's actually a few doors up from me, but he lives across the road. If you can hear the noise passing loud, I'm very sorry. But yeah, he does acrylics, and I think he does a bit of oil as well. He doesn't draw animals. He does landscapes and paints people portraits and some nature pieces too. He's very good. So it's nice to have someone, who has a common interest in art as well, or whatever you're into, knitting, crocheting, and it's nice to have someone who has the same interests, so you can have a good chin wag about it. Thank you, O'Mary. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. O'Mary. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. I apologize. Thank you for being here. Sorry, that's my dog moving with her bottle. Coco, hush, Coco. Shh. She wants to play with her bottle while I'm going live. What are you guys up to today? Are you working? Are you day off? Are you studying? I'm nosy. Tell me what you're up to. Around here it gets a little darker. Am I too zoomed in? If you need me to zoom out a bit, please let me know. I don't mind changing. There we go. She needs to get this area little darker. But as I go along, I'll come back and give more detail when needed. I can sometimes, I don't know, well, I'm sure it's not just me, but I do have a tendency to jump around in my work. This phone part in particular gets a bit annoying or frustrating. I can jump onto another piece. Oh, we have a new person. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm waffling people's head off and talking nonsense on this Wednesday afternoon. This Ireland, I'm in Ireland, and it's 5 minutes past 1. I was hoping to set up an hour ago, but I had some technical difficulties. But we got here and we still might get an hour of drawing in. So I'm not mad about it. There we go. I'm getting further up the head now. I used to always, I'm going to zoom you out just a smidge. Yeah, usually I do the eyes first and then work my way out. But I started on his little muzzle first and then work my way up along for some reason, I suppose. For a change, I guess. Over this area, darkening it as I go along. There we go, it's coming together. Guys, let me know if you can hear me, or am I talking to myself? I mean, that'd be nothing new, but say in the comments, I hear you, or yes. Please, that would be very helpful. Now, darken here again. Sorry, you can't see me. Sorry, I tried to move my hand up. Okay. The lightness a little bit. Let's see. Is that better, worse, indifferent? Sorry, just take a drink of my coffee. Cheers. Here, actually, for a little while. Drawing like this, I have to learn to really slow my pace down, because a lot of the times I'd run out of patience, and with that, because you want it finished, you want to see the end result as soon as possible. But with that, of course, leads to mistakes and not being able to get the best of your ability out. So learning to hold back, take your time, and be patient to learn to believe in the process that is going to work out, and with that, getting less, doing less mistakes. That oh my God, why did I do that? I should have known better. Things like that, and it can be very discouraging. Just believe in yourself. Yeah, just enjoy it. Okay. Make sure make sure you're looking at your reference as much as possible. Try to keep with follow the hair growth. I know sometimes it's awkward, and it can, in a small little area, it can start going 5 or 6 different directions. Observe before you, or that's what I do actually too. Speaking of observing, is I could spend a long time studying the picture before I actually get down to drawing it, and do what I do, and leave some hints when you're sketching it out. Leave some hints in their hair direction just to help remind you. I find that very helpful too. Do whatever you need to do to help you out on every stage. Don't do, well, you can take other people's opinions and what have you, but at the end of the day, just do what you think is best and what suits you. Okay, follow the curvature around here. You can always go darker, but if you need to, just to see, you can always go lighter first and then add more layers if you need to. But if you can go dark, it's very hard to go lighter again, especially with pen. So if I'm shaking you guys, I'm sorry. And I think actually one of my lights is getting a little bit glitchy here. Or it's just me. Thank you guys for stopping by to watch however much of this video you can. Although once I go off, you can re-watch it later. Sorry for the traffic noise, guys, if it's loud. The road is like right there behind that wall. I have a window right here and another one further off. The windows are closed, but we're like right at the road. There's a small footpath and then the road right in front of the house. So sometimes I'd rather you listen to that than music, you know, that you don't quite like. I think sometimes it can ruin a video. For me personally, I know we're all different. We like different things. But I like natural sounds in a video. But that's just me, so don't come for me, please. Don't beat my butt. Now, how are we doing? Not too bad. If I manage to get over the hour, I will. We'll see how we go. Okay, we're not doing too bad. in case anyone is wondering what kind of paper I'm using, this is Clairefontaine, I think. I know it's hot pressed watercolor paper. It has that, bit of tooth without being too much. I've done a few ink drawings on this paper, and I just really liked the feel of it and how my drawings have come out. So hi JP. Oh, thank you so much. To be honest, when I was younger, I think like a lot of artists, we started with, the coloring books, and then, just try and color in between the lines. And then I kind of traced the pictures at first, but then, I kind of got bored of that, and then I wanted to copy it, which was a lot more challenging. But I got it with time. And then I was able to draw cartoons just by obviously looking at the picture and drawing it from the picture. Just lots of practice, patience, tears. But then one day I said, oh, I'd love to draw, because I love animals and I love nature programs. And then I just started trying to get the drawings more and more realistic. They look kind of funky at first, of course, because I was so used to drawing cartoons. That was they're kind of not really realistic, but you'd know what the animal was. It's kind of halfway between semi, I suppose, realistic and cartoonish. But I got there in the end. Still get things wrong, of course. But between all the swearing when you're getting it wrong, thinking you've ruined, but it's not always a failure, because I kind of, you kind of know where you've went wrong and said, okay, well, I done that and I shouldn't have done that. So maybe next time I'm not going to try that. And a lot of time it's trial and error. You're going to learn things along the way, but it's so worth it. Sorry, my hand's in the way again, sorry. Now, sometimes even shading the hair down different directions. You get that break there, natural break, instead of, having things look unnatural and stiff. You kind of know what's happening. And if you need to have a think about, you're kind of not sure on a certain section, just have a stop and have a think about it. Just have a glass of water or a few sips of water, or your tea or your coffee while you're pondering, or you can just move to a different section while you're thinking about it, and then move back again when you've come up with a plan. Can you guys see? Sorry if I keep blocking your view. Again, because there's bone underneath all this fur, you gotta go with the curvature of the bone and then the natural hair direction. Just makes it more obviously realistic. Sometimes if you do hair in the wrong direction, it automatically then looks wrong, or you have this bone structure slightly in the wrong place. It can skew your portrait. Again, just take your time. There we go. Getting through this section quite fairly decent pace without rushing too much. When it's straightforward like this, you can like not have to think about it so much. Because when you have to think about every single section, you know, it can get quite tired. Your brain and your eyes can get very fatigued. Though when I do sleep great. After thinking hard. Just don't give me any math, because I am not good with math. Oh, also how I learned to get my portions correct. Now it's an old way of doing things, because I can draw fine, everything good in proportion and everything, from an A4 size paper, but anything bigger than that, I can't. So what I do, and it does take more time, but again, it's worth the extra time, is your box grid method. So that's what I did for this piece. I don't really light, so barely see. Well, you might see the odd one through the goat or the sheep, but it's okay. It's going to get covered up anyway with the pen. Now we're getting there. Okay, this bit up here now is going to be a bit more tricky. Sorry, I'm gargling, I'm getting hungry, but here I got myself very confused on where the horn starts, but I think I figured it out. This around here, I'm going to have to concentrate more on the eye and all that for different hair direction and the lines around the eye and things. I definitely don't want to get that wrong. Sorry. Anyway, this is while I'm checking the screen here on my phone. Nice. Oh, I think my pen is starting. This pen is starting to run out. It's fine though, because I have another one of this size. I'm using the 0.03, the Uniball. I like this pen. Water and fade proof pigment ink. No, the other pen is very popular too, but I think it was maybe a little bit too scratchy. I know this can be slightly scratchy, but something pinged. I don't know what pinged on my phone. It's probably it's a notification, maybe. Oh, I'm not going to curve too much, Lisa, so don't curve it anymore. Okay, just caught myself. It's just to see if you slip in concentration. That also could lead to a mistake. I almost went start curving it too much here, but it kind of doesn't curve so much. So the eye comes straight down, the hair around the eye here. And then if your hair marks, if they get too aggressive, it can make your drawing look stiff. Sorry, now my neighbors are starting to bang. They're always hammering at something or other. Another neighbor out the back making noise. Coco is going investigating what's happening. Yeah, this pen is definitely running out of ink. It would do for lighter sections. Okay, what have we going on here? Just to make another section a little bit darker than the rest. You can kind of do like a cross hatching effect, as long as it's not a totally different direction. You can go a slight direction, but see, we're trying to mimic fur, so maybe try not to make it too obvious, but I know sometimes there's only so much you can do. And then just around the edges here needs to be a bit darker, because he has an area here where it's almost like maybe the horn grew in by maybe dug in a bit. I mean, someone saw it and cut it before, because sometimes the horn in the sheep and the bulls and things can grow in towards their head. There we go. And then it's kind of light still in the middle, but around the outer parts it's darker. It is a little bit harder when you have a pen a bit fuller of ink to... Oh no, now there's drilling. But it won't get too loud. But I was just saying, yeah, to control the ink that comes out, to keep areas that need to be light. I should do this maybe more earlier in the mornings, but I kind of can't seem to get up out of the bed. I need someone to throw water over me in the morning to get me out of the bed, or maybe my bed can set a time, early in the morning to wake up to make videos, or there's less noise. Then once that time goes off, like an alarm, and it just shoots me out like a spring under the mattress or something. That would definitely get me out of the bed. Double quick. Okay. There you go. Sorry if you can hear me swallowing so much. I'm actually thirsty and I have a drink right here, so. I know, honey. You're giving now because I'm not giving you any attention. No, right? How dare I? Can you stop? Stop! You make my arm... made a big scribble now. Oh my gosh. I'd probably scream my head off. A lot of times to get more depth is like anything else, really. More layers. It's a bit liney there. I just wanted to break that up. And here's a bit darker. Darken here more too. See large. I need to pull this dark area up more. There we go. We need to pull it up then up more here. Now be careful with my direction here because this fine gentleman has a bit of a mohawk going on here. So I need to be careful of the mohawk. Just rub some of this out because some of this pencil is a bit too dark. might switch back to the pen there. That's almost running out because this area around the eye, the more you go up into the eye, it gets a lot lighter. So well, there's barely anything coming out. There, now it's flowing again. How long are we? An hour and 5 minutes. I don't actually know how long this the timer will go off on this. If I've only a limited amount of time, I'm not sure, but if it goes off abruptly, I'm sorry. It's actually good to spend this hour with you guys, and I've actually got quite a bit done. I actually think I didn't get this far, so if I inspire anyone to get drawing, that'll feel the most important and the best feeling ever. And the hardest part is to start. So yeah, we got a lot done. This light here is glitching like crazy. Don't know if the phone is picking it up. Sorry, I hope my head doesn't get in the way, but this is kind of the area where you need to look more closely at the smaller details. Not bring the hair up too far around the eye, because that's where your tear ducts and your waterline and things like that, so they need to be not hairy, but need to be smoother. So I hope my hair, my head doesn't get in the way. little darkish section here. This is thin area. I also wanted to get this video up because my boys, two sons, and they want my phone to talk to their friend after school. Still probably have my phone for almost the rest of the day, which is fine by me because I'm trying to get less on my phone, which is proving harder than I expected. But after this, I'll be knitting my neighbor's babe, my friend who lives near me has had a baby, and I've knitted the baby a baby blanket already, but I want to do another one for her. So I'll be doing that, and then when I go to bed, I'll be reading for an hour or so. Yeah. That looks quite good, I think. And I can make a couple of places a little bit darker again, just to put in more contrast. Yeah, so I might pop off of here in like 10 minutes or so. Because I had nothing to eat since my breakfast. It's actually 2 o'clock now. Oh my gosh. No wonder I'm hungry. But again, as I said, I actually got quite a lot done today, so very happy about that. So I can do another video on this, and we can do like continuation of this. We can get up into the nitty gritty and get into those magnificent horns that this mountain shape has. Get stuck into that detail. I just can't wait. I hope it works out the way I envision it in my head. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually feeling cold too. I wonder if that's because I haven't eaten enough, and it is quite cold outside. I just haven't eaten enough to battle the cold. So this is kind of coming around side and the eye. Again, guys, check the direction the hair is growing. That's the littles. Now they're finished school. Oh, where has the day gone? The day's gone so fast. This is starting to swoop like this. Kind of getting up. Oh, I'm very sorry. We're getting up into the ear here. There we go. I'm liking how it's coming along so far. Make sure to follow me, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell, because that'll let you know then when I've uploaded more. I probably do more lives than anything else. live streams. They're a lot easier. I'm not a techie person. And I can continue this sometime at the weekend. Maybe Saturday. Okay, so I'll leave it there for now. And I'll zoom you out just to have a look-see. Oops, sorry. Go back. There. And yeah, that's how far we've gotten so far. So I want to thank you very much, guys. Thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up and all that good stuff if you want to see more. Okay, take care now.